Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. This is part 2 of Quant coverage. In the first video, which was like 10 minutes ago, we talked about CBDCs, which is a central bank digital currency. In this video, we're going to talk about tokenization, okay? And remember what we talked about. We talked about tokenization, and that is the process of bringing real world assets and bringing them onto the blockchain. Of course, not physically onto the blockchain, but having a physical representation of that asset on the blockchain. We talking houses, we talking cars, we talking stocks, we talking bonds, diamonds, music. Like, you're going to see in one of these videos that Rihanna did something really cool when she did the Super Bowl halftime show. She did something really cool with NFTs, and that stands for non-fungible tokens. I know you may have heard a lot of things about NFTs. You may have heard nothing about an NFT, but just know that literally it's just a part of tokenization, and it stands for an item, whether that item is a house or whether that item is a car, whether that item is a piece of art or a fine bottle of wine, whether that item is a diamond, whether that item is a cryptocurrency, whether that item is a stock or a bond. It's all being tokenized, and it's all being pulled onto the blockchain because it's basically a ledger. That's what a blockchain is. It is a ledgering system. It's just like a bank. You know, a bank has a ledger that shows everything. It shows what it has in liabilities, and it also shows, you know, what it has in assets, and it's a ledger. It's a ledger of it all. Well, that's what basically a blockchain operating system is. It is a ledger, and that is the reason why the world is moving to this, is because it is the most immutable, which means it can never be changed, and it's the most transparent. That means that it's very trusted because everyone can see everything. Okay, so with that being said, let's hop into this tokenization video. Okay, the first video that I have that I'm going to talk to you in regards, or show you, sorry, in regards to this topic today of tokenization, is we're going to talk about a company called BlackRock. Now, you may not know what BlackRock is or what they do, but they are the world's largest asset manager. They have almost $10 trillion under management. Now, on the screen right now, I'm Wikipediaing their page. So you can see this company. It's a huge global company, okay? $10 trillion under management, okay, you guys? The CEO of this company is called, his name is Larry Fink. Okay, so Larry Fink is going to be in this next video, but I wanted to show you this company so you know when this man is talking, who he is and how much weight is behind his name. He's literally the head of the largest asset manager in the world, over or almost $10 trillion. That's an insane amount of money, okay? But here we go. So listen to Larry Fink. He's on Fox Business. This is around the time that he was on there talking about Bitcoin and the ETFs, but more specifically, listen to what he says about tokenization.
I don't see the utility in the underlying technology, and isn't that bad?
Well, no, I actually believe the underlying technology is fantastic because the blockchain will help you accelerate the processes of transactions. The blockchain will help you identify. I mean, let's be clear. If you have a pure blockchain and you have knowledge of who the buyers and sellers are, we could then, we don't need custodians anymore. Okay. We don't need, the whole process of finance. Some of the intermediaries are broken down.
Listen to what I'm saying, okay? This man just said the technology is fantastic, okay? And of course, I'm not just gonna leave you there. I got much more, even more about Larry Fink, but I just wanted to show you that little piece to know that tokenization is real and it's coming. Now, this next clip is kind of cool. Okay, this next clip is actually going to describe tokenization, and she's going to explain what Rihanna did in this next clip. Okay, so take a peep at this. This is not just, I'm telling you, it's music. It's Everything is going to be put onto the blockchain. I know this sounds like it's a conspiracy, or it sounds crazy, or it sounds too futuristic, but know that it's happening, and it's happening right now, y'all. And a company like Quant Network, and trust me, I'm going to tie all of this in together with Quant. Of course I'm going to do that for y'all. Come on now, think. I got y'all to just show you this opportunity is only one that comes around once in a lifetime, to be a part of global infrastructure being laid, and to be able to say, hey, a little piece of that belongs to me and my family. That's major. Follow me, okay? Follow me. I got you. Okay. So here we go. Listen to what she finna say, y'all.
Bitcoin is the greatest distraction from the greatest disruption that is coming to financial services. I think AI is probably the other big disruption there, but and there's so much noise around a lot of things like FTX and others. But if you bring the technology down to its core value, it does three things. One is it allows a payment mechanism. Number two, it allows smart contracts to be programmed into the token. And three, because it's a general ledger, it has a source of truth. So whoever has that token, all rights in that token are granted to that person. So if I sell it to Frank, I don't have to go through a third party to do it. Frank gets it, and Frank gets all the rights. So my favorite example is Rihanna, who came out with, right before the Super Bowl, and I know she's just testing the market in this, 300 NFTs, each one worth 0.00033% royalties on one of her biggest songs. Well, why can she do that? She can do it because when Spotify plays a Rihanna song, it can capture, the smart contract executes and says, I owe royalties here. And so nobody has to be involved in it. And it can take the fractional payment and go to, because Frank's a big Rihanna fan, so it goes to his account, and he owns a couple of those.
That's crazy,
and he's paid, right? So now think about any way in which you have revenue streams or royalty streams that you can now start to fractionalize that or democratize that, and think about how that is an uncorrelated asset to all the traditional assets. So other examples is, I think that athletes are they'll sign a big contract, they'll say to their fans, I'm going to sell off, tokens worth 10% of my future revenue stream. I'm going to, 100,000 tokens, and boom, the fans are going to probably pay a premium for it. So it will be a way, and if you think about it, it's just securitization done on steroids. And it's merely that this technology is enabling it, and it's also enabling other very interesting companies that will disrupt some of the traditional business models that we have today.
Crazy, right? Tokenization is real, okay? So let me just explain to you kind of sort of how tokenization could work, okay? So if you own a house, right, and you own the house and you want to put it onto the blockchain, you want to tokenize it. What you can do in the tokenization of that, you can say, hey, I'm going to put 50 coins, I'm going to put, 100 coins with 10% of the value of my house. And people can buy those coins, they can buy those tokens from you. So that means that when you sell your house, you'll get the 90, and anyone else that bought those tokens will get their share executed via a smart contract directly debited inside their digital wallet, because digital wallets are coming, and there's something called a digital ID, and that's also coming. We're gonna dive into all of this with y'all. I promise it is literally a shift, and we are moving to a digital world where so many things are going to change but yet also stay the same. So please follow me, okay? So we have another video, and this video is a segue, right? And remember in the last video we talked about JP Morgan, right? And we talked about Onyx a little bit. So this video is we're gonna talk about more tokenization. We're gonna talk a little bit more about JP Morgan. We're gonna have a little bit more from Larry Fink, just to show you that these players are not playing any games. They are moving with swiftness and force. And before you know it, in some of these entities that are not that much to invest in today, will one day soon will be more than you can afford. And I'm just being real, because when institutional money starts deploying trillions of dollars, they are going to back it up, okay? Because they don't just talk about it, they back it up. All right, so just follow me, y'all. Follow me. And before we get started, real fast, y'all, this is a big, huge shout out to my boy Maximus Crypto. His crypto coverage is second to none. His quant coverage, I'm starting to think he know Gilbert Burden himself with all the information that he's coming out with. But listen to what he has to say about Quant Network and tokenization, okay? Follow me. I'm going somewhere. I promise I am. Follow me.
Like I was saying. So unlocking full potential of NFTs with QRC 721, these smart contracts can support an array of use cases. Users can tokenize art, media, collectibles, concert tickets. How do we know concert tickets? Guys, come on.
Listen, y'all.
Remember Leo X? Leo X does that as well. It's not just diamonds and stuff like that. It's also concert tickets. You make digital twins.
This is
real world products. Again, this is why I point out the whole thing with Jasmine for future,
Jasmine,
that future working groups with ISFTC 307. How do we know that? Quant has working groups and standards for Japan. So for people who want to come at me and say, no, Max, that's a nothing burger. It's not a nothing burger. Because if we want to scale to where Jasmine wants to go in the future, and I know this is not Jasmine's segment tonight, but that's the pathway forward. And I've been very clear on that.
Follow me.
So look at this, for example. There are also powerful use cases in financial services. And here's the part I mentioned before to pay attention. I'll come back into the frame about this part.
That's my boy Maximus.
Why did I mention all this to begin with? Because this is so crucial for you to understand. Because, like it says, financial services to tokenized securities, bonds, exchange-traded funds, ET freaking-Fs.
He's tying the stock market into
if you're just tuning in or you haven't been following any of this, because you're talking about Carolina pogo sticks or whatever the case be, it's okay. I appreciate any of you guys being here and just listening. Whether it's at the beginning, the whole thing, you name it.
Check them out, y'all.
This part is crucial. Listen to this part. If you've never listened to anything I've ever said in regards to Quant ever in your life, or you're against Quant, because you're like, I'm just a one-trick pony. Hey, it's okay. At the end of the day, it's not financial advice. I just bring you guys information. But this part, remember Larry Fink talked about for BlackRock about tokenizing securities.
So there you go. And he actually just mentioned Larry Fink. And actually, ironically, Larry Fink is my next video. That CEO of BlackRock again, talking about tokenizations. I believe this time I think he's still on Fox Business, as a matter of fact, talking about this. But I'm just bringing information, showing you Quant and showing you how Quant is tokenizing and things that they're working with, showing you real world players like Larry Fink and BlackRock talking about tokenization, Jamie Dimon talking about tokenization. You know what I'm saying? We've already went over TC307 in the other video, which literally is the standard for building on blockchain. So if you are an institutional player, you have to go with the standard. Follow me. I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, but here go Larry Fink.
Industry, and it's really taking over the mutual fund industry. And we do believe that if we can create more tokenization of assets and securities, and that's what Bitcoin is, it could revolutionize again finance. And so we look at this as an opportunity to move one step further in terms of providing investors fractions of shares, fractions of this. Democracy.
Okay? Listen, tokenization is happening. I promise it is. It's not something from a futuristic movie. This is real deal Holyfield, okay? It's happening. Follow me. I promise you. And Quant's got his hand all inside of it. I'm finna prove it. Follow me. Here we go. Here's my boy Maximus again, with another little short clip talking about tokenization, okay?
And guess what? This part is not highlighting, that's okay. Quant also envisions the use of supply chain management and asset authentication. For example, to ensure that raw materials are sustainably produced. In addition, QRC 721 tokens could enable even retailers to authenticate, track luxury goods, to circumvent counterfeiters, or help artists own and better manage intellectual property of their creations.
So you see how that ties into what the lady was saying about Rihanna and how she was able to capitalize off of her royalties. Does this make sense? She didn't have to go through no third party. Literally, data democratization is just that. It is democratized. It is bringing the power back to the people. Whether that person is a celebrity or that person is you and me. We're going to dive more into the data side of that because that is truly mind-blowing. But here we go. Now for the meat and the potatoes of it, right? Quant Network itself launched a commercial. I believe this was in November or December, okay? This commercial talks about everything we just talked about, tokenization, and how all the problems were there and how they are the solution, the standard for building on blockchain. Listen to this. This is crazy, but factual. Follow me just a little bit longer, I promise.
The world is waking up to the power of tokenization. From currencies to carbon credits, real estate to shareholdings, any asset can now be represented digitally by a token. Central and commercial banks, asset managers and companies of all sizes are embracing the benefits of these digital assets and improving liquidity, cost efficiency, and transparency as a result. But until now, creating secure tokens and managing them required a high level of investment and specialist knowledge unique to each blockchain, and any mistake could expose your assets to risk. Now, with Overledger platform from Quant, you can create and deploy enterprise-grade secure smart tokens for any use case on any chain. All of this with zero coding, and your tokens will always be blockchain agnostic and behave as you determine. And there's no compromise on security or functionality. Overledger embeds trust and adaptability into the tokenization process of our function-rich smart contracts, so you can leverage the power of tokenization with confidence and create the future. Overledger platform, the enterprise standard for building on blockchain.
Understand the weight in what she just said. The enterprise standard for building on blockchain. This is crazy but factual, okay? So with that being said, I'm trying to keep these short. Like my homeboy Q, shout out to Q. Love you, Q. Day one, love you, bro. He told me for two things. Put a shirt on and your videos be long. So I'm trying to shorten them up. But with that being said, I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. And like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I see y'all later. And this from the heart. Peace out.